Hello everyone, my name is Shambhavi. Hope you all are doing well. After learning out the complete theoretical part regarding the parameterizing of a test, today right here we'll be seeing up that how do we implement that parameterizing of a test practically. Okay, so there I told you in the parameterizing of the test that it makes easier for us to write up the test cases, to put up the test cases and all those respective things, right? So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to make up a new test file. My test file goes from here. So into that I'll be making up a new test file, and into that only I'll be writing up my test for the parameterize. So my test file name is test underscore demo file and hit out enter. Fine, pretty clear. Now I am really gonna put up my parameterizing. Now I did told up that it is an inbuilt marker, right? That's completely an inbuilt marker. So into that, yes, you'll be requiring up the PyTest library because that's an inbuilt marker. So obviously, first of all, you need the marker. Then only you'll be using up that parameterize function. And for using of the marker, it's important for you to use up the PyTest. And for using the PyTest, you have to import that out. Okay. So here I'm going to write up here as import PyTest. Fine. Getting down here, I have now what I would be doing is that I will be making up a parameterize. First of all, I'll be using up the PyTest and making up the marker and parameterize for that. Okay. So I'm going to put up here at the rate. Okay, I'm going to put up here at the rate, and this is my PyTest. Dot mark dot parameterize city. This is how it's working. This is how it actually works out. You have the PyTest library. Okay, you have the PyTest library, and from that respective PyTest library, you have to make up the marker. Okay, after making up of the marker, you have to use up the parameterize function for the parameterizing of the test. Fine. Now after this, you have to give up the two variables, two respective variables that respective ones will be passing up as a argument to inside the functions. Again, I would repeat because it's very important. After using this, you will be what you'll be doing is that you will be giving two variables here inside the parameterize function. Okay, what will be those variables? Those will be passed as an argument to your function, which will be defining after this respective line. Okay, so putting up the bracket, and inside that giving up here n, and I'm going to put up right n comma o. So n is my number and o is my output for that. Okay, now putting up a comma, first of all I'm going to make up a list. Inside that I'm going to define up the several tuples. Okay, so I will be using up here okay, let's use up here the division. Okay, percent, it means the percent sign, so I'm going to use that out. Yeah, sure, let's use okay, let's not use the percent, let's use up the addition. Okay, so my number is 5 and a final addition I'm going to put up as 10. 5 comma 10, my two values. Okay, next I am having 6 comma 12. Okay, thirdly I am having 7 comma 14, and next I am simply having 8 comma 16 or 16. Fine, let me minimize up the size a little bit so that you are able to see up the things very properly right here. So I did wrote up all of these respective values, I did wrote up all of these respective cases which I want to give up into my respective program, right? That's pretty much sorted once again. Further, I need to define up my function. So my function is this. Okay, it's test underscore add underscore values, my test name. Okay, inside the bracket I'm going to put up n comma o. O. My two of the parameters which I did used up inside my parameterized function. These were the same two parameters, right? These were the simply two parameters which I did use inside I did use that inside my parameterized function. So whatever the values which are defined inside the tuples and which are at the first position, those are my n, and whatever the values inside the tuple are at the second position, that's after the comma, that's all are my o, that's my output. Okay, so now after this I will be using up here assert. Okay, and what I'll be doing is that I'll be writing up here, let's say 5. Okay, 5 multiplication n is equal to O. Is equal to O. Okay, you could write it up like this. You could write up that n plus O is equal to, let's say, 10. Like this, you could write that out. So it completely depends on you that how and what is the way which you are going to prefer up here. I'm going to write up there n plus and value I am going to give it as it's a 6 is equal to O, and like this one O. Fine. So this is how I wanted to put up my condition. What it is going to do, first of all, it is going to go at this particular position. It will check 5 plus 6 is equal to 10. No, it's not equal to 10, it's equal to 11. It will show that for this respective 5 comma 10, your test case has been failed. If I go for 6 comma 12, so n value is 6 and output is 12. Okay, so 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. Yes, that's so true. So for this 6 comma 12, it's going to show that yes, your output is correct for this particular case. Moving forward, here it's again going to go for 7 comma 14. So 7 plus 6, it's going to compare out. So I guess that's 13. 7, 8, 9, 10, yeah, it's 13. But 13 is not equal to 14. So again, it's going to give you the test case has been failed. And so here goes for 8 and 6. So it's 14, it's not 16. So again, it's going to show the test case has been failed. Let's go on to the terminal and let's try running this out very quickly here. So I'm going to put up here pytest dash k, and it's my add, right? 1 second. Yes, that's add, and here goes dash we and hit out enter. Let's see now what it's actually gonna give up here as an output for us. So here we go. See, it has collected in total 8 items, 4 deselected, 4 selected. Maybe some of the other were already deselected. Sorry, some of the other were uncommented. So that's why it's showing, but no matters. Here we are having that for the 5 and 10 values, 5 comma 10, if the test case has been failed, I told you that. For the 6 comma 12, the test case has been passed, so true. For 7 comma 14, test case has been failed, and for 8 comma 16, again the test case has been failed. So for only one of the values, the test case has been passed. For rest of all those, the test case has been failed, right? So here it shows the failures, whatever we got up. So for n5 and O10, this has been failed up because 11 is not equal to 10. Then it has been failed for 7 comma 14 because 13 is not equal to 14. And then it has again failed up for 7, 14 is done. It has been failed up for 8 and 16. So 14 is not equal to 16, right? So this is how it's actually here, and a short summary is given up that in the test underscore demo5.py file, your this respective function for the value 5 comma 10 has been failed, again for 7 comma 14 and again for 8 comma 16, and in total 3 have been failed and 1 is passed and 4 are deselected. Okay, now let me give it a try here. Let me correct up all those values. So 5 plus 10 is, sorry, 5 plus 6 is 11. This one is 12. And here it's 13. And for this, it's 14. Right now, this is true. I would go on to the terminal and I would run that out. So here I would simply have pytest dash k, it's add and dash v and hit out enter. Now it's gonna show me the paths for all those because whatever the values I did made up here, and all of those are following like completely following the condition. Okay, so yes, 6 plus 5 is 11, 6 plus 6 is 12, 6 plus 7 is 13, and 6 plus 8 is 14, right? So into that respective cases, all of my test cases, test functions actually, values for that, whatever I did give up, all of those have completely been passed up here, right? And that is the reason it's showing me that all of those four have been passed up here, right? I'm going to close this out for you. So now this what it did, it makes your program easier, right? It makes your program easy to write. Otherwise, if we have to check for these four, you would have defined four different test functions, right? You would have done that. So but using the parameterized function, simply you have to use up one test function, and into that you could put up different values and check out your respective answers, right? So hope I am very much clear with this parameterized function, that how does that actually works and what's the output and how it's gonna work out right here into the practical implementation. Okay, so I hope this is very much clear to you. This is all for this video. Till then, thank you and take care.